It's great to be part of the Dream Thoroughbreds afternoon, and this feels like home actually, because the Emerald is the place to go for all your racing events. We'll pull up the first guest. Really needs no introduction, but he has won over 128 Group 1 races and counting, and he's also won 5 Melbourne Cups, and he's a Hall of Fame trainer, Lee Freedman. See you, Lee.
Wonderful to see you, Getsy.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the Dream horses. Let's start off with Mr. Sneaky, who did run second on Friday at Geelong, behind Mr. Dashing.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good run. He won his first start, but he had a bit of a tip up at Sandown, and he went there the other day, and I think he ran into a pretty good horse. That horse bolted in his maiden and then came straight out and beat us. So I think the form's pretty fair. I think if we're placing right during the spring, we can probably win another one or two with him. Probably give him a break then and bring him back over the summer and the late summer. That's the sort of horse he is at the moment.
Yeah, I was looking through his breeding. Just Copperama in the family, who won 1,000 guineas, and also a Brisbane Cup winner, Danestor, when it was 3,200 metres. Does that mean he'll get it a lot further next week?
But he is improving a little. He's a bit of a difficult colt, and we gilded him. He ran around. I think a couple of the boys were watching him in the trials, and obviously make you sick watching him go around. He's going to pay it off. And I said, look, I think he's got ability, so he won't concentrate. So Dave took about 2 trials to convince, and Georgie come down. And anyway, the rest is history. You know, he's got good ability, and he'll eventually win in town in Melbourne, I think.
So one more start this prep?
Oh, maybe 1 or 2.
2-year-old colt by So You Think. What can you tell us about him? He's 3/4 to Mr. Sneaky.
Yes, had him through, obviously being by So You Think out of that there, we haven't sort of put an emphasis on doing too much with him early, because he's a colt that's going to run ground later on. The family says so, and I think So You Think part of it says so too. But look, he'll grow into a really nice horse, and I think during the spring now, the horses that have had a bit of work and then get a bit of sun on their back, they do really well. I think that's the way he'll go.
You've also got a 2-year-old filly by All American, and it's out of a beautiful family, Summoned, of course, who's had so many winners through that family.
Yeah, very fast family. She's been through, and she actually sprinted up, went through the gates, and she's a really nice filly. Wasn't going to be like really first 2-year-old race, October, November, but she'll be back in work probably within the next week or 2, and then she'll come back through to me. And I'd say around Christmas or New Year should be ready to race. Really nice filly.
That's promising. Well, yesterday we saw a number of horses step out in preparation for the big races, and last week our Ivanhoe ran, or 2 weeks ago, our Ivanhoe ran. What is the plan with our Ivanhoe? Is it Caulfield Cup or your big goal, the Melbourne Cup?
Oh, no, I think Caulfield Cup, although Kieran's man put the fear of God into me yesterday. She won that race, she went really good. And at the weight, she's not clearly going to be a huge obstacle. But look, our horse is going really well. And, he'll run in the Underwood on Saturday, and then he'll possibly run the Caulfield Stakes and back up into the Caulfield Cup, which is a bit unorthodox for these imported horses, but I think it'll suit this horse. And look, he's going really well. He's going at least as well, if not better, than he went last year. And he ran third in a really strong Caulfield Cup last year. So we're looking forward to him racing. We had a good winner yesterday who really surprised us. At one stage we had her at Pemberton, and she used to go around the box faster than she went around the track. You know, she's mad box walking thing, running around the circuit. Always fills you with confidence when you see that. No. And anyway, Anthony sat her at Pinecliff, and she's just a revelation, really. I think she's got seriously good talent. So she'll be set for the manifold in 2 weeks, and we'll see where we go.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of sprinting in her family as well, so that probably, at least at the end of even a distance race, which she's out of as a Bill mare, she might be able to get a bit of distance, and also she can sprint.
Yeah, well, look, I think the way she won yesterday, she was off the bit coming into the bend, and 7 or 8 went off and wore them down and ran away. I don't think there's any doubt why she's run 1,600 and probably 2,000 as a 3-year-old, but take it by one race at a time, one game at a time.
Fair enough. Now let's talk about, a lot of people might know about a horse called Exosphere, and I'm not talking about the sprinter from last year that was trained by Dolphin, but the horse that's coming out from England, 10 starts.
Yeah.
And I believe you've got to change the horse's name. Is that correct?
Look, it's on the cards because there was that Godolphin horse, Exosphere. So I put in the name Sexosphere. We'll see how it goes out. Funny where we get that, you know.
I've got an idea.
What?
Well, most of 30% of Lee's Group 1 winners start with the letter M. So maybe
Mexosphere.
Mexosphere.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get involved in that. All I do is get the horse right.
Tell us about the horse.
Well, he's won the Jockey Club Stakes Group 3 at Newmarket. He beat the St Leger winner from last year. So it's strong form. He beat her 4 lengths, and in the same race it was Big Orange who ran 4th in the Melbourne Cup last year, and he flogged him. Subsequently, he's had a couple of runs, very good, in very strong company behind best horse in Europe, and he's a 9 start, 3 wins, 3 placings. He's a very smart horse. It's a perfect profile for the races out here. It's just that, as I said on TV this morning, they give you these horses, it's like give you a Rubik's Cube and a blindfold at the same time. You sort of got to work it out for yourself.
Which race are we
I called the Cup, I think,
yeah. Well, you'll probably be heartened to know that the postpone, who defeated him last start, the Hawk Mudakayev, who finished just in front of Exosphere, he finished 3rd this morning in the Woodbine. Beyond Teppan, which is one of the world's best men.
Yeah, it's a strong. The form line's all tying around about 4 or 5 of those horses. They're all pretty strong chances, and 3 or 4 of them are coming out here, so they're worth watching.
Good. Anyone got any questions for Lee?
Yeah, one question. Mr. Sneaky. You were talking about a race in Adelaide? Is that...
Yeah, this time of year is difficult, as you know, Dave, with 3-year-olds that are sort of fringe metropolitan class, because the races are pretty strong.
Yeah.
So we may go to Adelaide for a benchmark race over there, and I think Triple doing good.
Is that a step up in distance?
I know you're particularly interested in this horse, seeing it's your namesake.
Is that stepping up in distance in Adelaide, is it? Or something?
Would be probably 13 or 1400.
Anyone else?
Got off flight.
Thank you. Would you please thank Lee for it?